Alright, today is day 5 of NoFap. It's been a while since I've gone this far, actually. And I'm starting to feel some of the benefits again. One big benefit I feel every time I go NoFap for 5 days is that aside from the issue of control of my body, right, regaining the control, the other thing I find I benefit a lot from is that it forces me to fill the gap with other things that I need to take care of in my life. So for example, I have a difficult time with speaking up at work, both with my boss and to a lesser extent my clients. One of the big frustrations I have all the time is that there's no time to eat, and it forces me to eat at certain times when I might not want to, right? I used to have a really good eating pattern when we were in lockdown, and I so badly want to go back to that, but I was eating when I was actually wanting to eat, but that often does not coincide with the rest of my schedule, right? That's the main problem. I would so much love to eat when I want to eat, sleep when I want to sleep. I eat very well, I sleep very well, actually. I just don't do it very well on a regular schedule. That's all there is to it. I haven't been sleeping very well either. If I could just sleep every time I'm tired, I don't have insomnia. I don't know if I have non-24 disorder. I might. But you know what? I don't. Even if I did, I wouldn't consider myself as having non-24 disorder. I would consider the rest of society of having not being open-mindedness about it, right? If everybody slept non-24 and we were more open-minded and fluid about how we did our stuff, I think everybody could be happy. After all, some people would sleep every 22 hours, some people sleep every 27 hours, and I think my students, and I work at a tutoring center, my students and I could always coordinate sometime. We might have to stay in constant communication, but I think tutoring could still happen. I think a lot of things could still happen, even on a non-24 chaotic schedule like that, and everybody would sleep a whole lot better. And guess what? Even if my students and I met fewer times because of our non-24 hours, I bet those fewer times could go a whole lot further, just because both of us are more recharged. But that's how I feel. I'll let you guys think about it. So anyways, I had to eat during some of my students yesterday, and it allowed me to speak up for myself, and I explained that, you know, my schedule has been so chaotic, lots of changes, I apologize. And I gave myself space to eat. In the past, I was concerned about wanting to please the students and answer them as soon as I can, and often didn't give myself time to chew. You know, it's so weird. When you're talking while you're eating, food tastes like cardboard for some bizarre reason, for me at least. It's like my mouth has two modes, eat mode and talk mode, and they have to switch back and forth. I don't know. Feel free to leave a comment if you've ever tried that. Also, I was working at a tech giant 12 years ago, and I got so carried away talking about a story. I think I was talking about the time I went on my first solo sexual date. We were eating lunch, and I choked, actually. My coworker had to use the Heimlich maneuver on me and almost broke a rib of mine. A bad experience anyway. So yesterday I decided to give myself some space. I finished chewing, even if it took 10 seconds, and then I got to the student, and then I apologized. It's chaotic scheduling. Thank God Christmas is coming up. Merry Christmas. And that was good. And that's all because I want to credit the reason I did that to the fact that I didn't masturbate. It forced me to have to rethink how I entertain myself and handle things, right? Now, my record for NoFap was 60-90. I didn't choose the 60-90. That was a coincidence. And I was routinely having wet dreams. And I hope to have those again, because they really helped recharge me. At the time, I hardly ever felt burnt out at work. It was only after I started masturbating that I experienced all this burnout, where my YouTube channel got 1 million dislikes because of all the complaining that I did. But one wet dream kind of sticks out. I have, well, I'm Facebook friends with this celebrity from halfway around the world, and I used to fantasize about her a lot. And in my dream, it had been decades since I had last masturbated, and so I went to visit her, and I had saved up so much. I don't know if this is how biology works, but in my dream, that's how it worked. I'd saved up so much sperm that I had gotten her pregnant with 20 babies at one time. And she was huge. And we were going to a restaurant, and all of a sudden her body just exploded, and the babies flew out everywhere. And that's when I woke up, and I realized I had a massive wet dream. And I had a really good 2.5 months. I need to go back to that. I had a weird incident too. I was playing Pokemon TCG, and there's this girl there that, you know, we're kind of close. And one day I give her a hug, and I accidentally, well, you know what, and so that was the kind of times that I had. And I had upsets at work too, and I negotiated my way out of them because I needed to fill the gap. Anyways, 5 days. Again, happy 4th of July again.